Hey, good morning, friends. You looking for some good ideas for that back to school fun? I've got you here with a nice little bento box. Hey, good morning, friends. So, welcome to Collab. What's Collab, you might say? So, Collab is a concept that several keto channels have put together. It was championed by the Hungry Heath channel. It was their idea, and they gathered us all up. And now we have this awesome concept. Collab is all of these keto channels. We got together, a theme was picked, and we all agreed that we would put out and publish within a 1 week time frame something along that theme so that you get not only introduced to a lot of our channels, which helps foster community and gets us all communicating together, but gives you a wide variety of creativity on how people approach things, coming from multiple different versions of keto. So I do have to cheat and look at my little list here to read all the channels. So we have, of course, like I said, the Hungry Heath channel, Keto Simple, Crafty and Carnivore-ish, Miss Perfectly Imperfect Keto, Just Jason Keto, Just Jen Delaney, and Alan's Awesome Keto World, as well as Paleo Barbie Does Keto. So, wow, when you go through and you see these collab videos, you're going to be blown away by how different we all are, and yet overall, somewhat the same. So, okay, so what's your residential nerd going to do, right? A bento box, of course. I live that weeb life. That's what we're doing. So earlier, oh, you might have saw on Sunday Coffee Talk, we made sticky cauli rice. You saw that took like, what, 5 minutes, if that. I also earlier this week shared my quick and easy super summer delicious summer salad, avocado tomato. And in here today, I actually did chop up a couple mozzarella balls just to add a little something something to it. Tuna salad, which is just tuna, mayonnaise, and a little bit of dill pickle, salt and pepper. You do your tuna salad how you like it, but for this particular iteration, I made it really super simple, and honestly, it's kind of the way I like it anyways. I would say if you are the person who likes to put eggs in your tuna salad, hold off, and there's a reason why, and that's because we are also going to have our little hard-boiled eggs. And I'm going to come around and show this one to you. Check it out. I don't know if it's showing up. Yep, I'm leaning back. There you go. Yes, you are correct. It is shaped like a car. Look, look at the front. Although it has the egg yolk. So it's got that, and you see there's like the little wheels in there. Hilarious, right? So I will tell you that some people get very angry about this. They're like, oh, you're spoiling your children, or, you're setting the bar so high. I don't have time to do all that fancy stuff, and how dare you? You're just teaching your kids bad habits. Listen, my child is in college, so, and they pretty much do, well, not pretty much, currently they do all of their own cooking. And when they were in middle school and high school, they also did a lot of their own cooking, because if they didn't, the rule in this house is if you don't like what I made, then do it your own darn self. And guess what? So a lot of times they didn't like what I made, so they got themselves a little part-time job and bought their groceries and made their, and they learned how to cook. They would ask me for guidance, they would ask me for advice, we got lessons, and over time, we actually kind of converged and made like this great team. Now they're full-fledged functional adult, and guess what? They were not ruined by my using a little egg press to make my eggs cute. And if you don't have time, then just put some plain old hard-boiled egg in there. What's the big deal, right? But I'm all about having some fun. So I'm going to make a keto onigiri. So traditionally, onigiri would be made with regular sticky rice, but because I don't eat rice, I got my sticky cauli rice. I have this little onigiri mold. It's got a heart shape, a star shape, and a teddy bear shaped. And the little bottom comes out so that after we get it shaped, we can push it out. And let's see, what else do I got? I washed some raspberries. I got some black olives. I thought about using nuts, and I was like, but I'm the one who's going to have to eat this after I'm done filming. I don't got a little kid to go send it off to school with. So I felt like I wanted olives instead. Put what you want. You can also, if you want, mix a little keto chocolate chips in there. They don't have to be keto, but sugar-free is, I actually think that the dark chocolate ones taste better, but again, super flexible. I also have some little packets of coconut aminos. I want to show these to you. I know, afterwards I'm going to go through my little box here of fun things so you can see. Check it out. Shaped like a fish. Do you not love it? If you don't love it, what is even your life? Anyway, it's shaped like a fish. And they actually have some that are shaped like little pigs too, but I didn't use one of those today. Let's see. Yeah, you can't really see it from this distance on the camera, but this one is shaped like a little pig. So sometimes I like to put fish sauce in the pig. I don't know why, but today it's just some coconut aminos. And we can go ahead and put them in their little pocket right here. And let's bake our onigiri. I take myself a little spoon of cauli rice. Sticky, as it should be. Put it down in here and give it a good squish. You don't want it to be too loose. You need to give it a good squish so that it will stay. And press down into the shape. Otherwise, it will just fall apart. So we're going to give it a good press. And I might get in here with my finger a little bit and give it a good squish down. Oh my God, touching the food with my hand. What? Don't worry, everybody will survive. I washed them before we got started. So, and the sink's right there, so I can watch them again. Crazy, right? Anyway, so I know. Anyways, but you might wonder why I would want this, and I'm just going to tell you because for me, I think it tastes delicious, and I'm in a maintenance stage of keto, so I do have a little bit more room for my carbs. But even with what I'm making here, the carbohydrate is not high. The olives, the raspberries, my cauliflower, my avocado, you're going to see it's not like a ton, even though it's really going to pack quite a bit of flavor. So now, I'm just going to take a little bit of the tuna salad and bloop right in there. Like, you know, we're not being crazy, just a little dollop will do you. Now, if I were better at doing these things, it would probably be a little bit more structured. My tuna is probably going to poke out, which it's not supposed to do. It's supposed to be in the middle. But, you know, hey. But yeah, so for your little ones, there's some good protein. We'll wash our hands real quick. A little more soap. I know, but hey, better that you see good habits, right? Get us a paper towel. Dry off real good. I don't know if you guys saw that little cat leap. Not sure what that was about. But they're very excited about the tuna as well. Unfortunately, they get none because it's for me. So I spilled a little bit of cauli rice on there, and you grab that. And then we just top it with another layer of the cauli rice. Sticky. I don't know where you're going, Kat, but think about your choices. He was heading into the laundry room like, you don't go in there. What's you thinking? Now, that's probably my fault for not closing the door properly, but, you know, he knows better. And the minute I said something, he immediately was like, oh, what am I doing? I don't go in there, like as if it was a mistake. But you know it was on purpose, because cats. So you see, I'm just squishing this all in there. And truthfully, I probably should be packing it tighter, but I'm just not. I'm just not. You see, it's a little bit too loose, and that's all right, because the tops of this, get a little more. Anyways, Oh yeah. So, as I mentioned, this, which by the way, it's also called Carben for your bento, which is character bento. And that's the part that people get really upset about, this cutesy little stuff. Like I said, is this taking me more time than it would if I just rolled it up into a ball? Yeah. Uh, but is this like such a long time that suddenly we're like, I don't have time and my whole day is going to shit because I took too much time to press my stuff into shapes? No, don't be silly. This was nothing. Check it out. Now I'm just pushing this down. I'm going to give it a good press to make sure it's all squeezed. Some of the cauli rice came out the bottom. Ha! I squeezed too hard. But check it out. Now I lift it up. Let's see. Thoughts and prayers, right? Right? No. Oh, yeah. Check it out. Lift him out. Careful, careful. Oh, small dog, be quiet. It's just the cats. So, all right. So here we go. I'm going to bring this up to show you. I apologize for my dog. Hey, 1 second. Shh, quiet. All right. He's better now. Look, it's a teddy bear. I'm sorry. Doesn't that make it more delicious? For me, it does. So we stick our little teddy bear. Let's pop out the star. Ta-da! And then now we get our heart. Maybe over ambitious on what I think I can fit in here. I have 3 eggs, but we actually don't need all 3 eggs. But let me squish this in here. So we've got our little heart on a Jerry. Now I'm going to take my little car and put him right here. And then also, I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not, but I'm going to bring this to show you. Look at my little bunny rabbit face. Is that hilarious or what? I don't know. You might only be seeing a glow, but I assure you, his little face is adorable. And so in goes my little bunny rabbit. And we are almost done with this bento box. Checking it out. Throw in my salad in my little compartment here. Let's see, we want some more. There's a second piece of cheese. We throw in our olives. Dun, da, da. And then we're gonna throw in our raspberries. You know what I didn't do, you guys? Is I have a little bit of seaweed here. And I will, you can decorate this, but I'm actually just gonna do like a little wrap here. So, it's for the flavor. And I apologize for forgetting my awesome little seaweed detail here. There we go. Makes him kind of look less teddy bearish, but delicious. So we'll put that, and I think I'll leave the star alone, but we'll wrap the heart. I mean, full disclosure, I'm packing this all nice, and what's going to happen is I'm going to take this up to my desk, and I'm going to chow down on this plus any leftovers. There we go. So now you got your little heart with its cute little wrapper. Stick it in. And the last thing I'm going to do here, well, it's not the last thing. I gotta wash my hands again because that's me. Scrub, 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 scrub. So, all right. By the way, all of this is dishwasher safe. So after the live stream, about 2 minutes to throw it into the dishwasher. And I'm all done. You know, I'll bring my little bleach and towel and clean the counter up. I'm just gonna get my crumbs right now though. Put this stuff away. And last, my piece de resistance. I'm gonna take a little sesame seeds, sprinkle it about. Put my little container. Oops, I forgot. So I have this with my little chopsticks that come into the bento box. They snap right in. You put this here, you stack this, you get your little cover, and then you just fasten the sides. I've got it off kilter. There we go. Why am I crooked? See, after I tell you everything is awesome and amazing, then I screw it up. But I see, I'm just off. There we go. Ta-da! Your lunch is ready to go. Throw a little ice pack into your lunch box. Now, I also, just in case, pack a little fork and spoon, and if their little teeny hands are struggling, I got my little chopstick helper. If you don't remember how those go, I have another pair of these little white plastic ones. They just go, and little kids can easily do this, and then it helps them with their little, as they learn. But if you start eating these kind of things on the regular, you won't need this little helper other than for the cuteness factor. Really fast. We eat with chopsticks in this house all the time, so it's almost like our regular utensil. So there you go, keto bento box. I suppose, let me undo it, that it would be nice to taste one of these. Let's get this heart. Mmm. Mmm. Yeah, so am I sad? Not in the least little bit. So you guys have a fantastic day. Probably I should have used my chopsticks, but it is what it is. You have an awesome day. Happy collab, and I look forward to seeing all the fun creative ideas. You have a good one. Bye-bye. I'm a liar. I'm not done, but I did take 2 minutes. Like, it was like done. And my lunch is sitting right here ready for me to take up to work. And I've got all cleaned up. But what I forgot is I said I would show you my little bento making stuff. And yeah, I don't want to forget that. But also, this should assure you, if this Hot Mess Express can do this, so can you. So my little eggs and their little shapes, they have these little molds. They come like this. Try to get the biggest eggs you can, because the bigger the egg, the better it will work. Sometimes the egg will squish out on the edge, but when you unpop it from the mold, you just kind of tidy up the edge. So cute. That's it. You just pop in the egg and you squeeze it down and you toss it in the fridge for like half an hour, and boom. Cute little shaped eggs. So like I said, I have teddy bear, I have rabbit, I have the little car. I showed you my onigiri press, but I also have this one that is 2 pieces, and it has a flower, a little crescent shape, and a cloud. But it doesn't have the same little bottom. It's just a hole where you would poke it up. And so I don't use it as often, even though it is super, super cute. I have more egg presses, but these egg presses are for quail eggs. And instead of shapes inside the press, there's just like some little faces here. So you make like little ducks. This one is a little chicken. And so you just make cute little faces for them. Like I said, people make it sound like this is going to take forever, but if you make a bunch of quail eggs and you throw them in here, again, however long it takes you to cook the eggs, and then half an hour in the fridge, prep ahead. So, and then these are vegetable cutters. So if you're having some vegetables, you can use these to cut like some oval shapes for your carrots, some little heart shapes. Sometimes when I'm excited about my celtus, I'll use the star, because then it gets the star shape and the hole in the middle, which I just think is fun. It's a teeny little moon. Now this part is more, oops, sorry about that clatter. This part can take more time. Again, if you don't have the time, then don't do it. Just throw in some carrot sticks for your kiddos. Throw in some celery sticks, whatever. It does, you know, chillax. It's all good. This one has like a little tulip shape, which is a lot of fun on like radishes. If you get your daikon radish, I like to alternate the regular red radishes and then the daikon. And or sometimes like the zucchini. So you can do all kinds of fun stuff. Then the other thing, and you may have saw me using these dividers, I have a lot of these dividers. They're just silicone shapes, but the fun thing is that they're highly flexible because the bottoms, this one is a square shape. These are all squares. And then over here, I know there's more, right? These are hearts on the bottom. So, and they, like I said, they're very squishable. They go. Also, you can make your little cupcakes or whatever in them if you want. They're totally, it's just silicone liners. And then, of course, what I used today was a lot of little rectangles because they fit nicely in this bento. If you're trying to be cute, I got these little teeny little picks that are shaped like animals. They just look like little teeny tiny combs. And I already showed you the little sauce things. Now, they're hard to wash, so I have to say after a few times I do sometimes just go ahead and discard them and get new ones. I've been looking at like some glass ones, but I'm not sure because they are a little bit bigger and a little bit more fiddly. So, but I think that they have a bigger opening at the top, which might make them easier for filling. I was thinking that I might use my marinade syringe to do that, and we'll see. I'll experiment. Now I am super done, and because I am almost to the hangry stage, I'm really gonna take my little box upstairs and eat it while I prepare for the next round of meetings. So, for reals, I'm done. I have actually shown you everything I can show you about my little weeby bento life. So, you know, I'm all good. Come at me, Karens, if you don't like it, because it does not hurt me. But I have a great time, and I like when my food is fun. So I figure if I like when my food is fun, the little ones do too. I think also just much nicer alternative because I looked at some school lunches, and when my kid was in school, they had paired with like this little marketing place, which I'm sorry, it was all junk. It was absolute garbage. They had a thing called Bosco sticks that they touted as a great healthy lunch, and when they had Bosco sticks on the menu, yeah, my kid was definitely all about making their own lunch if I wasn't going to do it because it was literally like two breadsticks, a little container of some kind of watery, sugary marinara. I can't call it marinara. You know, it's not good, is what they said. And then they would get a fruit cocktail in the sugar syrup, and that was their lunch. That was meant to fuel these children for a majority of the day. And my kid was like, A, I don't like it, it's disgusting. And B, I don't like it, it's disgusting. And C, it makes me hungry. So I did something right there. So yeah, here you go. Okay, I'm done. For reals, for reals, for reals. Goodbye. Have a lovely day. Enjoy. I hope that you are going to love the collab and all the awesome stuff people do. Bye bye. Oh, don't forget to subscribe. Hit the like button too. Bye bye.